entrance. They are ready to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Check, check. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Sick guy. Check, sick guy. Do.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting the tone early for his defense.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
First down, Seahawks.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jannard Avery, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Wilson. It's caught, block it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches.
Yeah, I'm about to jump out and shit so I can talk shit to this nigga. I'm broadcasting it, Spike. Alright, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready.
Each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47.
Check 9, check 9. Hey, watch it, watch
it. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
14, 14, run it. Check, crouch. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
What?
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mac Wilson. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10.
That's fine. Do your thing.
Real. Out. Rush in. Right. Alert. My touch.
Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the second round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. A good run by Chubb on 1st down as he'll get about 6 yards there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now Mayfield. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Seahawks will take over at their own 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They keep it with Penny on 1st down. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
I've been fucking with that
7
Mutt League,
yards
and I learned some shit with this run shit.
One of the surprises of the first round, the Seattle Seahawks selecting running back Rashad Penny
I was
out of San
fucking around
Diego
with
State.
that,
Highly regarded, but most people
Muttley.
thought he would go in the second round.
But he did have an
I
incredible
found
senior
out
year
some shit
at San
about the
Diego
run.
State. Over 2,200 yards, 23 touchdowns.
He resembles Marshawn Lynch in build, but has the ability to take it the distance as well. Had 7 kick returns during his career, San Diego State, for touchdowns.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Nah, listen, I'm telling you what they doing. It's something I learned playing Muttley.
We're scoreless after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Mike, Mike, Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Jim.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
19. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Play action. Now Wilson. And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. But no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
36, 36. Regular. I got it.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And some room to run now.
Really let him get out there, though.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
I'm in the middle of a franchise game and shit.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Wilson now to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jannard Avery make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Mack Wilson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Browns drive about to get started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
No. Wide.
Alert, 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 alert.
Check it back.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Room here to run.
Oh, my God.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can make a play on the football.
Shit. Watch the edge. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Good luck for second. Be alert.
To throw on third down. Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
Situation. Let's go. Tight dog. Back. Check 99.
On the run, it's Penny. And some room to maneuver. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Penny. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 2nd and 13, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 33 yards that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line.
Quick, 53 is the mic. Let's go. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, easy. Check.
Now it's Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
I'll go special.
Now it's Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Myers' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Switch.
General West.
Come.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, Delta.
Check Mike 54.
God.
Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught. Beckham.
What the fuck?
There he goes left side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we have that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, with pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, he runs it just a little bit harder than most people, and oftentimes you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle him.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm going to come back to you. You go.
Real.
You got tight right there. Watch Twiz.
Hey, my God.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Check 13. My God.
A first down throw from Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check.
Alert. My God.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
180.
Mike 54. Danny.
God.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Here we go. My God.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you up.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jannard Avery in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Jannard Avery in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
It's going to be the only time you ever going to talk like this.
Punt, though, they do get 10 back on the return.
I said it's going to be the only time you're going to talk like this.
And 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. It's brought in by Harris. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Well, he's going to go for it all. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, you're right.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Wilson now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Mike 51. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want his own truck. You don't want it.
Throwing again here, Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Alert. Undercut. I'll go special.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Check.
Zebra. SOS.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Check 52.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sione Takitaki brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The 1st sack of his NFL career. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jannard Avery has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Jannard Avery. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They begin this drive with Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 51 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now it's Wilson.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving
why
in the
did
wrong
he
direction.
stop?
I'd say they're moving
Why
in
the
the
fuck
right
did he
direction
stop? He
because
was
the
supposed to
defense is
keep
pushing them
going.
back.
Former defensive guy. Now as a quarterback third.
Nah, he was supposed to be keep going. He was already, he had the niggas already
What else do
beat.
you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
That nigga stopped
Averaging
and
over
came
50
back.
yards a punt so far as this one's away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Hey, alert 33.
25, 49, check 49, check 49. Check, check.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Watch out.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Regular, regular, regular. Check Greystone, travel. Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Run, run, run. Watch out.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
No. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Check 3, check 3.
Rail, rail, rail.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
Blue draw Porker.
Watch the shit. Hey, hey.
Rail, rail, rail.
Watch the shit.
Watch out.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. It's caught by OBJ. There he goes right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is
But
one of our
she's
guys.
singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Out, 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 out. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
On second down, here's Penny. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And they'll run it again with Penny. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
You ain't got nothing.
Slam, slam.
Trick.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Wilson. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the slant.
Still got 4 down, 4 down.
To throw again is Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Wilson will throw again. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Again, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And some space here. It's a foot race. 30, the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
But in that case, run it up.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Taki in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those